Welcome back to Coach Factory. This is the channel where we talk about making the most of your coaching business. But your coaching business is very dependent upon you. You're the one doing the coaching sessions. You might have other coaches that work with you, and you might be running a business as well. But it's all on you. If it's your business as an entrepreneur and a coach, there's a lot of pressure on you. Coaches tend to get burned out. There's a lot of stress. And if you're empathetic with your clients, you can often feel what your client is going through as if you are going through it along with them. I have worked with a lot of coaches and I've seen it, and the statistics support it. Up to 70% of executive or high performance coaches feel burnout at some point or another. Is it you? Are you burning out? Let's take a look at the signs, and then let's take a look at what you can do about burnout if you are feeling it. I'm sure you felt it before. It's Sunday evening and you're already thinking about everything you need to do for the week ahead. You're thinking about all of the appointments, you're checking your calendar, you're thinking about the marketing you need to do, the operations you need to do. And it kind of sets your week off in a negative way before it's even started. It's still Sunday and you're already thinking about what the next day is going to bring. If you are finding yourself doing this, it might be a sign that you're setting yourself up for burnout. If you feel like you're exhausted, even after getting a full night of rest, you could be burning out. If you find yourself dreading the week ahead or even the morning of a number of coaching sessions, you might be experiencing burnout. Other signs of burnout include a struggle to focus, a difficulty making decisions, having irritability or a lack of patience with those around you, whether it's family members or even clients. If you are just wondering why you got into this business in the first place, you might be experiencing burnout. Burnout is easy for coaches to feel, but part of the problem about a coach who's feeling burnout is we put so much pressure on ourselves to have all the answers, to be the one that's got the solutions. I mean, how are you supposed to be coaching clients who might be experiencing burnout if you're experiencing burnout yourself? So you tend to suppress those feelings. You tend to not address them. You tend to talk yourself out of having any kind of negative thought processes or experiences. In this way, coaches often don't recognize these signs or try to sweep them under the rug so that you don't have to deal with them. You try to put on the happy, perfect face, even though you might be experiencing signs of burnout. If you're having any of these experiences, you might want to get some coaching yourself from another coach who understands, someone who's been through it as well. But there are some things that you can do. I think because of that pressure to always put on the perfect face and always have all the answers puts coaches in a unique position where we experience burnout more frequently than others. We hide it. We tend to pretend that it doesn't exist. I think it's really important for coaches to do things proactively before burnout sets in so that you can prevent these feelings. Of course, you got into coaching for a reason. You want to help other people. But part of the problem of helping other people, especially if you're empathetic or you have a lot of empathy for your coaching clients, is that you tend to feel their emotions along with them. You are hearing about all of the challenges they might be facing in their life, and it's almost like you're experiencing it as well. It's really important for coaches to have good boundaries, good emotional boundaries, good sort of detoxing after a very rough coaching session so that you aren't feeling those feelings that aren't even yours. It's critically important for coaches to have good boundaries about when they are accessible to clients, when you will answer them, that you only take calls or you can only converse with clients during set business hours. Having good boundaries about the length of your coaching sessions so that your coaching clients are attuned to the fact that your time is valuable, that you have other clients, and that the coaching session, if it's an hour-long coaching session, that when you get to the end of the hour, that it's time to wrap up and we can table some things until next time. I think many coaches, because they are so driven to be of service and so driven to help, that if you are really close to a breakthrough, it's often tempting to go overtime, to give more time than your allotted coaching hour. Coaches need to know when to say no, when to say, yes, I would love to work with you right now, but I can't work with you, and here is some kind of accommodation. It's also important to realize that the problem clients don't always need to be taken. You can say no to coaching engagements if you don't feel like it is a good fit, and you don't really even need to explain why. If you have a sense that a coaching client is going to cause you more stress than they are worth, protect your time. Because if you are not protecting your time, then you don't have the time for the clients that really light you up, for those coaching clients that are ready for the breakthrough rather than those who need more help than it is worth. For coaches, it's important to protect your personal time. Now, a lot of us feel that we got into coaching because it's a personal mission. This is what we were born to do. This is what we want to do. If we're going to be of service to our clients, we have to bring all of ourselves to our coaching sessions. But if you are running on empty, if you have not refueled yourself with inspirational content, with inspirational experiences, you can't bring your entire self to a coaching session. Your insights aren't going to be as strong, and you're not going to be able to be as present. By taking care of yourself and guarding your time, you have more of you to bring to your coaching sessions. By having weak boundaries and saying yes when you really feel like saying no, you risk burning out. You risk not having anything for any of your coaching clients because you don't have enough for you. Now, if you're a coach, you are also an entrepreneur. You're running a business. Streamline your operations to use AI, to use any kind of scheduling tools, use other resources that you can in order to make running the business easier, to make the financial stresses lesser so that you have more of you to give to your coaching clients. If you have business stresses that are weighing you down, you set yourself up for burnout and the inability to really be present with your clients. Now, we say this all the time to our coaching clients that they need to prioritize self-care, but are you doing it for yourself? As a coach, it's critically important to take care of yourself, to refuel that tank so you have more of you to bring to coaching sessions. Because if you don't have you fully engaged in a coaching session or in your marketing, clients can tell, prospects can tell, the people who are scrolling through on social media, they feel it too. Taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually are important. Getting enough sleep, eating the right foods, getting exercise, getting out in nature, centering yourself. All of the things that you need to do to prioritize self-care, you know what they are, but are you doing them? Now, for somebody who has a menial job, maybe they can squeak by, but coaching is more of an emotional and a spiritual connection with your client. So if you're not taking care of that part of yourself, it can't show up in your coaching sessions. Taking care of your heart, not just, with heart healthy activities and foods, but taking care of what your heart is trying to tell you. Burnout shows up with sort of this lack of motivation of, I just don't want to do this anymore. When's retirement? Is it in a year? Is there any way I can retire next year? Because I don't know if I can do this anymore. Often it's because we're not listening to our heart. Our hearts got us into the coaching business to begin with. We care about other people. We love other people. We want them to live the best life possible. But we have to pay attention also to what our best life possible looks like. Are you doing that? If you're not, you're risking burnout. You're risking not just burnout in your coaching business, but burnout in your life. If you aren't listening to what your heart is guiding you to do, your head's going to make up all kinds of excuses, and it just drains your energy, drains your life force. You won't be able to show up with what you have to give. Now, we have a book on productizing your coaching business. It's From Expertise to Income. And if you haven't taken a look at it, it's only $9.99. You can get it as a download off of coachfactory.com. There's a link down below. But when you set up product-based business where you can create something once and sell it multiple times, you're able to reach more people to help them get to their transformation in an easy way that doesn't take so much time from you. You free yourself up. You give yourself that baseline of income that takes care of you so that you can take care of yourself, so you have more to give to clients. When you can take better care of yourself and give yourself that baseline of income, it lessens your stress, gives you a better ability to take care of yourself, and it reduces the impact of burnout in your life. As coaches, we want to be perfect. We want to have the answers, and we want to put on a face like we have the answer, like we've got it figured out, like we've slayed the dragon of burnout. But sometimes coaches need coaching as well. Even my husband, who was a brilliant coach, I saw him transform people, sitting in a room and see people just like physically change. Their whole demeanor changed. The way they appeared would go from hard and protective to soft and playful in a matter of minutes. But even my husband had a coach who is now my coach. Coaching for coaches is important. You won't always be able to see your own life in perfect 2020 vision. A coach or support network can help you be a better coach. If you want to serve more people, you have to take care of yourself. And that means getting to as best vision about the things going on in your life as is humanly possible. So don't try to have all the answers. Reach out for coaching from a skilled and trusted coach that can help you. There are plenty of them. And if you need a referral, we have some on motivationcode.com. Motivation Code certified coaches who are well equipped to help you find that inner motivation so that you can connect more with what your heart is telling you to do. What motivates you is often tied to the things that will turn burnout on its ear. Burnout doesn't have to be a part of the coaching journey, but it often is. Being aware that burnout is a risk of coaching is important. Looking for the signs and then taking action to proactively set your life up so that you are not at risk of burning out. If you do see signs, reach out for help. Find someone that you can talk to and readjust your life. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be human. You just have to be connected to who you really are, to what motivates you, to what's driving you in your heart. Because when you're there, everything seems to flow a lot better. But oftentimes we just get a little off track. Getting back on track is easier when you recognize the signs and you take preventative action. I hope this episode was of help to you. We'll see you next time on Coach Factory.